So, good morning, fellow Toastmasters and dear guests. Welcome to meeting number 131.
Good morning.
Okay. You guys have come in with like some good energy today. So, I'm V. Varun, your Sergeant at Arms for today's meeting. And it is my pleasure to welcome you all to this meeting of Whitefield Toastmasters, a place where leaders are made, voices are strengthened, and confidence is cultivated, one speech at a time. So before we begin, let me quickly take you through some of the housekeeping rules that we have set up for this particular meeting and for most of our meetings. So, general etiquette, please keep your mobile phones on silent or vibration mode. If you need to step out during the meeting, kindly do so quietly and in between the speeches. Toastmasters is a safe, inclusive and respectful space for all members and guests to learn and grow. We encourage everyone coming onto the stage to refrain from making any offensive jokes or derogatory remarks about the opposite gender or any individual or group. And let's try to maintain the spirit of mutual respect and encouragement. As your Sergeant at Arms, my role is to maintain decorum, ensure the meeting starts and ends on time, and support our Toastmasters team throughout the session. Also, a few additional reminders. Please avoid speaking on topics related to sex, religion, and politics if possible. This meeting is also being recorded, as you can see. So if you do not wish to be on camera, please let us know, and we'll pause the recording during your part. Water bottles are available here. So if you want to drink some water during the session, please feel free to use them, and the washroom is towards that side. And now it's time to hand over the stage to the person who leads us through today's agenda, theme, and speakers with enthusiasm and clarity. So, without further ado, let's welcome the Toastmaster of the day, Toastmaster Praveena.
Okay, before I start, let me call upon stage our presiding officer, Yashendu.
I'm not going to let you go without a hand. Now, don't worry folks, I won't keep you long, and I will let this lovely lady take the stage back again. But before I do that, let's start off with some basic template questions of how we start any meeting. How many of you here are guests? Raise of hands. Great. Oh, great. All right. So essentially we have guests who are going to be members, and we have no other new guests. So guests who are going to be new members. I know we have a lovely profile in our group once you join in. But before you do that, can we just have your names and how you came about in this club?
So my name is Gautam. The reason I came over here is I am a bit anxious when I come to stage. As I told you last time, my confidence level starts at here, whereas the general confidence level should be here. And that's where I want to get out of it when I'm on the stage, so that I don't feel panicked. That was the reason. How I came to know, it was a Google search through which I found out about Toastmasters. And then I was searching around the club. I found a lot of organizational clubs around, but this was the general club available, and it was near to my home.
Great. Lovely to have you, and good to see you joining in as well,
Yes.
Gautam.
So my name is Sanjeev, and I came to know about Toastmasters through my college. The club was existing in my college back then, so I had an idea of what the club is about. The reason for me joining Toastmasters is I want to learn to be able to communicate effectively, and also there is a certain anxiousness which is there. I want to get rid of that community. When I'm on stage, when I'm alone, to will not matter whether I'm talking to a crowd or I'm just talking to a friend.
Both of you are absolutely in the right place, and we look forward to the progress that you make. That being said, I think we have a power-packed agenda today, and that agenda can only be started off once we actually start off the meeting formally. So, Whitefield Toastmasters, with the stroke of this gavel, I declare meeting number 131 open. As the Sergeant at Arms rightfully declared, there's a person who will take you through this entire meeting agenda. And she is essentially responsible for guiding us in the direction that this meeting needs to go in. She is a person who has worked for HSBC as a Vice President and Head for Business Information Services Department. When asked what is a time in life that she realized something, she mentioned that when she turned 40, success doesn't have to be loud. It's in the quiet mornings, the good company, and enough money to buy whey protein that describes success. With that, folks, I invite back the Toastmaster of the day, Toastmaster Praveena, back onto the stage.
Thank you, Yashendu. My introduction sounded better when he spoke. So coming to today, fellow Toastmasters and honored guests, I welcome you all to Whitefield Toastmasters meeting number 131. Today we are here not just to sharpen our speaking and leadership skills, but also to celebrate the moments that change our lives, turning points, which also is the theme of the day. So what exactly is a turning point? It can be a decision, a challenge, or an unexpected opportunity that shifts our direction and helps us to grow. Let me share one such turning point from my very own life. A few years ago, one of my mentors randomly told me, all the learnings happen outside your comfort zone. And she also shared that she pushes herself every single day to get out of her comfort zone and spend some time, even if it is for a few seconds, in that uncomfortable space. For some reason that stuck with me, and that very same week I took my mentor's advice for a change seriously and walked into Talking Point, my corporate Toastmasters club. All I did when I went there was walk into every single meeting, show up for 2 months straight, and nothing else I did. I just showed up for every single meeting and sat there. And being a corporate club, it was free as well, so that helped. And I didn't have to do anything to earn my money, right? Now you may wonder, how was that a turning point? Hold that thought, and I'll get back to you. Before that, I would like to call one member and a guest to come here and spend 30 seconds sharing one of their turning points. Anyone? We don't have too many guests, so yeah, one of them, yes.
It's the members that we volunteer.
Can I go?
Yeah.
Yeah. First of all, thank you and giving me this opportunity to speak here. As I said, I'm looking to gain confidence out of this meeting, how to speak up. I'll keep it in hand. So, with not much ado, I'll start this point of what is my turning point in my career. So, I started my career in Calcutta. I'm a Bengali and I started my career way back in 2003. Then I got I have two career points. One which took me knowing everybody knows the industrial situation, and I'm from a manufacturing background, so it was getting stagnant at certain point of time. Then I had a choice. My company was building new greenfield operations at Baroda, and I got a chance to relocate there and take a new role over there. So that was my first career turning point. Of course, leaving home and leaving my parents. At that time I was bachelor, no girlfriends. And I went there, I started a career, and I was in Baroda. I loved that city, the cleanliness, no traffic jams, very good municipal facilities, etc., very good parks. I enjoyed staying there around 2008, 2016. 2011 I got married. 2014 we had our daughter. The first daughter was born, and at that point of time something happened in 2015 around, which I would not like to share openly, but I had two choices in my career. So I got an opportunity to move in the same company to France, or I had an opportunity or a requirement rather to come to Bangalore, and that was more of a personal requirement that I had to shift. So without thinking or going the other direction, focusing on my career, looking at my family's priorities, I had to move to Bangalore. And then again I got into a different team within the same company, started working over here, gained confidence. Today I'm still in Schneider Electric. I work in a campus nearby called an Avinia campus in Bagbane Tech Park. So many a times what I see is we want to go in certain directions, but our career doesn't take that, be it the issues or things happening in our company or our personal life. So both we have to balance, and this also gives us a lot of opportunity to learn new things. As people say, डर के आगे जीत है. Yes, so we have to get out of our comfort zone. Then only we can learn more, and then only we can learn new things and grow in my career. With that, I would like to stop here. Thanks for your time.
Thank you. Thank you for sharing that inspiring moments. Before we share more such stories, as Toastmaster of the day, my role is also to walk you through today's meeting agenda and also introduce you to the segments. Our meeting today has 4 segments. The first one being prepared speeches, where one of our members will come and attempt their speech, prepared speech. The second one being impromptu speaking for both members as well as guests. The third segment being evaluations, when all the members who have spoken today will receive constructive feedback. And we also have a special segment, which is the last segment, moments of truth. To ensure our meeting runs smoothly and we learn from today's experience, let me call our general evaluator, Nibi. DTM Nibi has been a Toastmaster since 2016. She is a former area and division director, a club coach, club mentor, and also won Triple Crown twice. She is a genetic counselor by profession, and she loves a good cup of coffee and likes to go on road trips. Let me invite DTM Nibi to take us through her role. Thank you.
Thank you, Toastmaster Praveena, and a very good morning, everybody.
Good morning.
I think just like the weather outside that's sullen and a little overcast, I foresee a little overcastness in the room. Can we get rid of the overcastness and be a little bit more bright and happier and more energetic in the room today?
Yes.
Won't cut it for Whitefield Toastmasters, guys. A little bit more. Yes. Okay, amazing. So every time a speaker comes here, a role taker comes here, let's welcome them with the same enthusiasm and energy. Agreed?
Yes.
Fantastic. All right. As in my role as a general evaluator for the meeting, I evaluate every aspect of the meeting, the preparedness. I evaluate the role takers, and to help me in my role, I have a very special team called the tag team: the timer, our counter, and grammarian. So I invite the timer to briefly explain the role. Our timer today works as a data scientist in an e-commerce company. And the timer says getting a wedding invitation from a friend and an engagement invitation from another. Apparently school was a decade ago. Well, you're lucky if it was just a decade ago. People his age are supposed to start getting married now. Who knows? Please welcome our timer today, Toastmaster Ramanujam.
There's not much nuance involved in terms of what a timer's role is supposed to be. I'm basically your personal traffic line. So today we apparently have two kind of speeches. One is the prepared speech, one which will be the table topics, which the table topic table topic conductor will explain in more detail. So I will just go about with what the colors means. The green means you actually reached a good amount wherein which you should let's say have concluded major of the points and start thinking about concluding your speech. The yellow is okay, you are almost there to the perfect speech line. Maybe some leeway exists where you want to conclude with some new positions. Red means that's a perfect stop. You need to stop by this time, otherwise you're disqualified. So with that, so I will just cite what the time, at what times I'm going to show these cards. For the table topics, at 1 minute, I will show the green card, 1 minute 30 seconds, I will show the yellow, and at 2 minutes, I will show the red card. And for the prepared speech, which is actually this time, this is a long one. So for 15 minutes, I will show the green card. For 17 minutes, I will show the yellow, and I will show the red at 20 minutes. So that's pretty much it from my side. Back to Nidhi.
Thank you, Toastmaster Ramanujam. Next, we have the R counter, who is an architect in an e-commerce company and has a vast experience in fitness and the IoT space. Please put your hands together to welcome our R counter, Toastmaster Ramesh.
Good morning, Toastmasters, fellow Toastmasters and guests. Thank you. Maybe I'm a bit low today. Anyway, today I am a counter. My role is to count the clutch words, filler words, whatever you use. Over the period of time, in our slang, we started introducing these words, thinking it will add some benefits in our communication. However, it doesn't. Always a silent makes sense sometime, but we start filling with these clutch words and filler words. Those are and, and sometimes like, okay, so all these words I'll be keep counting. Today I'm going to be blind and just my ears are going to listen everything. Doesn't matter who is going to talk, let it be a Toastmaster or a guest, I'll be keeping a counter on it. At the end of the session, I'll give the report to my team. Thank you.
Thank you, Toastmaster Ramesh. Next, as the grammarian, our grammarian works at Deloitte as a consultant in the FP&A process and is a part of Finance Transformation Initiative. This Toastmaster mentions that he realized the same childlike curiosity which he had as a kid still drives him, inspiring his passion for learning and growth. Put your hands together to welcome our grammarian, Toastmaster Ashwin.
Thank you so much, DTM Nidhi. Good morning, dear Toastmasters and guests. I'm privileged to be your grammarian today. As a grammarian, it's my responsibility to pay attention carefully to the language usage and take note of any misuses of the language as well as the outstanding words, quote, or saying, or thoughts. As a grammarian, it's my duty to introduce the word of the day is crossroads, which means at the point at which a crucial decision must be made as far as reaching the consequences. Example, after graduating to college, I found myself at the crossroad of my career and has to rethink the next step. Each speaker is encouraged to use the word of the day. When someone uses the word, I request you to give a thumbs up. And I'll give the word of the day report, grammar usage report at the end of the meeting when called upon the evaluation. Over to you, Toastmaster.
Thank you, Toastmaster Arvind, and to the tag team. So at the end of the meeting, when our Toastmaster of the Day, Toastmaster Praveena, calls me back on stage, I will provide my report, and we as a team, the tag team, will provide our report. A quick note to the tag team, since we are on a very short leash today in the meeting, just share whoever has exceeded the time, for example, and has gotten disqualified, and the detailed report can be looked at by the individual members and the speakers themselves after the meeting. All right. So with that, we are at a crossroads today, which is why all of us are here. I hand over the stage to our Toastmaster of the Day, Toastmaster Praveena.
Thank you. Thank you, DTM Nidhi. Let's move on to the first segment, and the first segment is prepared speeches, and we have our own seasoned Toastmaster who will be delivering his level 5 project 1 speech, and to evaluate his speech we have Toastmaster Vinith. Vinith works as practice head at Adobe, and when we asked him about his turning point, he said he used to be a hardcore introvert for the first 10 years of his career. Then Toastmasters happened and it ironically flipped everything for him, and now he's coaching leaders on how to come out of their shell. I would like to invite Toastmaster Vinith to come and share the speech objective of our speaker.
Thank you, Toastmaster Praveena, and good afternoon, everyone.
Good afternoon.
Or good morning. So it was just a check whether you are present or not, and especially to our speaker, Kevin Joy, and he's going to deliver a very joyful speech today, which is from L5P1, from Pathway Humor. Even though time is 18 to 22 minutes, objective is to deliver his message with humor. Precisely, purpose is for the member to practice developing and presenting a longer humorous speech. All the best, Toastmaster Kevin Choi, for your joyful speech. Back to you, Toastmaster. Thank you.
Our next speaker is Kevin, a senior project consultant at EY and a freelance yoga instructor. His turning point, he says, is before preparing for today's speech, where he felt mental blocks are real, but they can always be overcome. Let me ask Kevin to come up on stage with a big round of applause. Toastmaster Kevin, think twice but not more. Think twice but not more. Toastmaster Kevin.
Yes, I didn't think twice, but I actually thought around 50 times to decide on what should be the speech topic for today. I had decided to get the slot on this Sunday, considering the number of members we have in Whitefield Toastmasters. Nowadays, to get a speech slot, if you get a speech slot, it's a big thing. And finally, I thought I did this planning 2 weeks back, and last Wednesday, Nibi asked me, I see your name in the speech slot for Sunday. Are you even going to give a speech or not? Because she is my mentor. She has not yet got a speech from mine. And I was sitting we went for a team outing, and I was a little bit drunk as well. And then I told her, let me think of a speech right now. I think this is the best time to brainstorm and come up with a topic. So what I did is, the act that I was doing. In fact, if you ask me before Wednesday, I was actually trying to find out a speech. The problem with me is when I want to decide on something, I take a lot of time. And I usually try to think when I'm going to sleep. So I just put this thought in my head, thinking my dreams will give me a good speech topic. But then, after Nibi asked this question to me on Wednesday, I decided, let me make that a speech topic. Think twice, but not more. I kept thinking I was not getting proper sleep. Then I thought, let me just, check out what's going on in YouTube. And I'm sure all of you might be knowing Raj Shamani by now. If you guys don't know, if I tell this, you will definitely know. He recently interviewed Vijay Mallya. Yeah, so that's Raj Shamani. Now this guy, he always tries to get the best speakers for his podcast. And there was a husband and wife that had come to the show. And what attracted me is, so the name of the video is Law of Attraction. Career, love, and wealth. So the name of the video was a little intriguing. So I thought, what is that? What is there in that video? And this is Raj Shamani's video. Something special should be there. So I started checking out this video. So I just kept it in play, and I just kept it next to my pillow, and I closed my eyes and I was just listening to it. I started listening to it, and I understood that it is such an eye-opener. That particular speech was such an eye-opener. I would recommend each and every one of you to watch this, because I realized there was a lot of mental blocks that I personally had, due to which I was not able to do well in certain aspects of my life. It's not just me, I'm sure all of us will be having a lot of mental blocks. But all these mental blocks can be overcome by the methodology that this husband and wife describes in this video. So to give you an idea of what is being discussed in that video, it is very simple. It is not a miracle. They're just talking about neuroscience here. So in your head, like over the ages, from our childhood, at least in my case, there are a lot of people who said you have a weak memory power. If you do things, if you are put under pressure, you will make a lot of mistakes, and you're very slow. These are the things that I have been listening over my childhood, and I'm quite sure all of you can also relate to the same thing. So they're right. Maybe memory power is not something that everyone has. It depends. That's why we have something called IQ test, right? To figure out who is having better intellectual capacity than ourselves. That is very true. Now, what I want to say is, to these people who told me all this, good that you pointed out my mistake. Now, do you have a solution? No, they do not have a solution. And is that the right approach? It is not. Because even for people with less memory power, there is a way of cracking it. And that is, any ideas that any one of you has?
Memory palace exists. Otherwise, you have mnemonics.
Exactly. So yeah, this is one of the technique, mnemonics. Yeah.
You can keep a short notes of what you want to do or what is important.
Okay. Absolutely. That's also a good technique. Yes, sir.
So you can relate one object to another. This will give you the full graph. One object to another, all they are related to. So this will give you full graph. When you start from one point, you can easily reach to other point.
Exactly. That's
It can go anything, anywhere.
Correct. To put it short, it's called the journey method or chain method.
Yeah, because as you say graph theory actually.
Oh yeah, there will be different names. The reason is I had to do all this to clear my 10th standard. So I'm quite sure how this thing works because I'm not a person who has got exceptional memory power. But I have used journey method and mnemonics to just memorize the points. And you know, right? Inside content, I'm very good at it. I'm very creative. So I'll come up with the stories and my handwriting is really good. So luckily I've cleared all my exams till now just because of this methodology, this mnemonics and journey method that I used. So that's what I'm trying to say. So people who give that final verdicts, right? You're a fool, you're a stupid, you're good for nothing, should never do like that, because the problem is, especially when you're a child, when you are in such an age where you're not able to think beyond what others tell about you, you should never give such a remark to a person in the childhood, because that will later affect them in their life as well. Now, to just give you an example, recently I made a small mistake in my work. The reason why I want to bring about this concern is because it was actually a mental block that I had. And I was trying to relate it to this video that I'm listening to. I made a small mistake at work. I took it very personal. I was like, I'm not fit for this job. I'm making this mistake and it's a blunder which could have been avoided. But then it was it got so you just to give you an idea. So I work in, as you know, I was introduced. I work in EY, and we always get clients which are not perfect, because only if clients have problem will they come to EY, and we have to resolve the problem. And this was a highly escalated account, and I was leading it, and I made this issue, and it got escalated to partner and above that. So I took it very personal, and I thought this is not the way I should have handled it. My manager, I had a discussion with my manager as well. He said, Kevin, this kind of mistake should not have been done. And I was doing my job in the best possible way. Like, I didn't want a mistake to happen, and a mistake happened from my end and not from my team members. So I took it very personal. I took it so personal that recently I had a marriage proposal. So I've been talking to this lady for quite some time, and it was time to meet her mother. We were discussing about a lot of aspects in life and how we should go about and all that. Then her mother came up with this topic. And my mother told that, so my daughter is really fed up with her job, and she wants to take a break. Kevin, are you okay with this? So I said, Auntie, good that you came up with this thought. In fact, I myself was thinking about taking a break. And I said, I want to become a yoga instructor. So she smiled. We had the tea and all that. Later she called and told, Kevin, we won't be proceeding with this proposal. Considering you and my daughter are in crossroads, and I don't think you guys can live a happy life, at least financially. So, and to add on to this, I would also like to tell you that it is you who decide how your mind works. So if someone says that you're good for nothing, the immediate thought process is you might take it personal. But people who are leaders and exceptionally good, the 1% club, right? People who are at that position in this world, who you see around you, which is could be Elon Musk or could be anyone around you. These people are already practicing these ways to remove mind blocks in their life. They are secretly practicing it, or they might even be telling this outside, because they won't take things personally, because they have already crossed that stage. So let's take example of Elon Musk. So Elon Musk built a rocket which can go up to the space and come back, right? It can land. So when he came up with this idea, people were like, that's a very stupid thought, because that is actually, it's defying the principle of physics, and it's not really possible. So he said, that's okay, I and my team, we will work on it. You just see what is going to happen. And he did it. And we are now able to see a rocket which goes up to the space and comes back in the same form, right? So these are the kind of people who have gone through the most difficult times in their life, and they have overcome that and come out. So now it's very easy to say you can overcome your fears, you can overcome the problems you have in your life. But how do you actually overcome? I was very curious about this my entire life. This particular video has actually shown me that there are ways and mediums to unblock your mind and be better at whatever you are. Your environment, the environment where you belong to or you spend most of your time, actually has got a major role to play in what you are today. So it's very important to select the best people to hang around with in your life. Just like how you select a password for your computer. You don't want any hacker to log in, right, in your place. So you always go for the best combinations. Similarly, you have to hang around with friends or people who can bring about the positive side in you or make you a better version of yourself. Recently, so I said we went for a team meeting. So our partner and principal partner and few directors had come to meet us. So this person, I'm very fond of this person. So the best part about my current job is that I'm part of a team, director, manager, and partner who are extremely good individuals. It's very tough to find such combinations in your life, in your career, right? Because there is, I think most of you would have heard, like sometimes you don't leave the job, you are leaving the person who is responsible to take care of you. But in my case, I am actually graced with one of the best individuals who can be my leaders. So I hope my manager and partner is listening to this video, and I'll definitely share the link. So the reason why I wanted to especially talk about my partner is because I call him Fafa. You know who Fafa is? Fahad Fasil, yeah. He is exactly like Fahad Fasil in the movie Not 24 Kadam. There's a Malayalam movie called Not 24 Kadam. I think Nibi might be able to. Nibi didn't see the movie. Fantastic. So this is a movie where Fahad Fasil is a character who is having an issue of OCD. Okay, he is exceptionally clean and he has a way of thinking and all that. So this, my partner, see when I say partner is not my life, he's not my life partner, he is He's like a director in EY. So this person, he's an extremely good orator. And the moment he opens his mouth, we get inspired. So recently he said, he just put across his thought. He said, you guys might be thinking, okay, these partners and directors, they are earning a lot. How will they? And I mean, we are not earning as much as these guys. These guys are enjoying their life. So what he said is, it's really an eye-opener. What he said is, it is true we are earning a lot, but they are also sacrificing and building their life in such a manner that they can be an example to others. You have to be extremely disciplined and, you should be upskilling yourself a lot. And only then can you achieve that status in your life or reach that position in your career. And he even said that it is okay if you guys want to watch social media and keep doing the mindless scrolling. It is fine. It's a personal choice, because if people are not doing that, how will we have people who are there in the ground level? We need some people to do the ground level work as well, right? So this is the way he put it across. So that, even though he said the truth, that's a little inspiring for us. So that will definitely change the thought process of the people sitting in front. They'll be like, okay, I also would like to become a partner or director someday, and I have to be more disciplined. And see, being disciplined is not. Some people think it's a very difficult thing. It's not easy to do it. It's not worth it. Rather, I would just do whatever I want in my life. But if you think about it, if you start being disciplined, and if you start being on time and start doing things in a more efficient manner in your day, you will be happy when you go to sleep, thinking that, okay, I have done so many things today, rather than being sad that, oh my God, another day wasted of my life. So that's where the discipline part comes in. Now I would like to talk about the law of attraction that was discussed in this video. So, just to give you an idea, do you know it is very easy to do a brainwashing? Till the time I saw this video, I thought brainwashing was a very difficult process, because it is said, right, like terrorists in Al-Qaeda or whatever terrorist group, I thought it is like, it's very difficult to brainwash a extremely highly educated person, but it's actually not. You just need to keep, it's called affirmations. You have to keep saying the word again and again. Okay, I'm quite sure some of us might be religious here, so you might pray to your God, right? So you might pray and ask for some things in your life to happen, like on a daily basis you do that. So that's the same concept behind affirmations. So the twist here is, when you pray, you might be saying, God, please help me become good in my career, or help me find a life partner, or give me whatever. Okay, it depends on person to person, right? But so it's very powerful. So the twist here is, you are visualizing yourself being that form. You are visualizing yourself becoming great in your career. Imagine doing this on a daily basis and then going to your work. Instead of having the negative thought, oh my God, I am another working day, I'm just waiting for Friday so that I can enjoy myself and then the weekend. Instead of thinking that way, why don't you think in this manner, that I'm going to be great in my work, my managers are going to love me, I'll be an exceptional person in my team. Just keep affirming, like just keep saying this continuously, however your time allows, and then start seeing the difference in you. So I personally have started seeing this difference, and to end the speech, I would like all of you to just repeat along with me this single line. You can just say, I am enough. I am enough. I am learning. I am learning. I am getting better. I am getting better. I am enough. I am enough. I am learning. I am learning. And I am getting better. I am getting better. Thank you, and back to you.
Thank you, Toastmaster Kevin. That was so hilarious. I'm still grinning ear to ear. Moving on, let me take a moment and come back to my story. Okay, so where was I? I said I was showing up in all the meetings on a regular basis, and believe me when I say that even showing up was such a difficult task, and it was making me uncomfortable for the entire day. But I didn't give up. And after showing up for few weeks and few months, I started taking up roles, right, from timer, grammarian, then I became a TMOD, and eventually ended up with the executive committee. So what exactly changed? After being stagnant in my career and at crossroads for a long time, I got a promotion in 2020, exactly 1 year after joining Toastmasters. And one more promotion in 2025. Believe me, it's not a joke when you say promotion at a senior level in just 5 years. I can confidently say that Toastmasters play a very big role in my growth, and that was my turning point. And I hope Whitefield Toastmasters becomes your turning point too. Now moving on to the next segment. We have table topics where we practice thinking and speaking on our feet. And to take over this session, I would like to invite our table topics master, Toastmaster Nitish. Nitish works as a staff engineer for electric vehicle design and development for the company Vogue Warner India. He says his turning point was when he did his first Vipassana meditation course. So let me invite Toastmaster Nitish to take over as the table topic master.
I want one more actually. Be light unto yourself. This famous quote, well said by any guesses? Our ancient teacher Gautama Buddha. So I realized this turning point while changing the bulb in my dark room. So that was a moment of crossroad for my life. So good afternoon, dear Toastmasters and guests. How are you doing today? How are you feeling about the session is going? Good? Great? Amazing? That wonderful speech by Toastmaster Kevin and all other role takers and such a wonderful audience. Let's have a huge round of applause for everyone. Yay. Haven't you bored by clapping the same way? Let's have a turning point. Let's clap differently. So let's have a quick fun game. Okay, are you ready? Yes. Are you ready? Yes. Okay. Great. So quickly we'll have a game. So whenever I cross my hands, you clap, okay? And whenever I open my hands, no claps. Simple? Understood? Ready? Let's have a demo. Clap. No clap. Clap. No clap. Clap. No clap? Okay. Now, I will not say clap or no clap. I will only move my hands. Okay? Ready? I'm crossing the hand. Okay, one more time. Great. Let's give a huge round of applause again to everyone. So clapping is a great exercise. That's why I love it. And clapping is a turning point to become amazing from resuming. So let's resume to this exciting session. Any guesses? What is this session? Table topic master. Yes. So are you excited?
Yes.
Yes.
So I see a few guests and new members. They may be wondering, what is this session of table topics? Now, who is this guy? This guy is a table topic master. So what is the importance of table topic? We have seen the wonderful prepared speech. But if you think in your real life, many times we face the situations, someone comes suddenly and asks, hey, Nitish, can you just talk on this topic? So we get blank, right? I remember one of the situations in my life. I was in serious meeting with the boss with many members. Suddenly he said, hey Nitish, my favorite TV serial is a Tom and Jerry. How about you? I said, Alibaba Chalis Chor. But he was not happy. But anyways, I was happy about that. So, to face this kind of situation, these sessions are very important. So, it's like a unprepared speeches. So, how it works? As a table topic masters, I pick the volunteers from the audience. So, guests are most welcome along with the Toastmasters. So, I pick the volunteers from the audience and the volunteer comes here. I read the topic for him or her. He takes 3 to 4 seconds to arrange his thought about the topic and he has to deliver the speech at least for 1 minute, not exceeding 2 minutes. Alright? It's clear? Any doubts? So ready guys? Yes. Boys and girls, ladies and gentlemen, Toastmasters and guests. Are you ready?
Yes.
Great. So rolls up, collar straight, and who is going to become a first hero of this session? From the Toastmaster. Anyone from the Toastmaster would like to go? Please come. Good name? Vipul. Let's give a huge round of applause to Toastmaster Vipul. So Toastmaster Vipul, the topic for the Toastmaster Vipul is Smile a turning point. Toastmaster Vipul, is Smile a turning point? Okay.
Thank you, Toastmaster Nitish. Is smile is a turning point? Yes. Why not? Why yes for me is because I feel like when you are talking with someone, you will be having good points on him or good thoughts in your mind for him or her. But if you give a smile, the things change. We are here to develop ourselves, but when we go outside this meeting, right, we thought, oh yeah, what is this? But again, when we'll think in our thought process that yeah, if we smile ourselves also, if nobody is listening or nobody is viewing to us also, I feel like yes, smile can be one moment or one turning point aspect for us. That's what I feel, that smile is good. I feel like the faces with no smiles, probably you should also be smiling on those faces. I'm sure you will feel good and maybe think that yeah, it can be a turning point because I have been doing something good in my mind. as all topics today is about the turning points, and very wonderful speech has been given by Kevin on the humors also, right? So if you smile, you will realize it probably. That's my thought process. Thank you.
Let's give a huge round of applause again. So let's move ahead. Who would like to go from guest? Please come. Yeah. Let's give a huge round of applause to guest Ranjit. Okay, Ranjit, the topic for you is the moment you accept yourself as you are. Guest Ranjit, topic is the moment you accept yourself as you are.
Thank you. I need some time to think. I believe accepting not only yourself the way you are, but also accepting the situations around you the way they are is very important. Because sometimes it happens that the situations around you is not completely under your control. You could try to steer a situation the way you want, but because there are multiple influences, it may not always work your way. In such cases, if you don't accept it the way you are, or the situation the way it is, you may end up stressed or worry about things, which is not good. So, to keep yourself joyful and keep moving ahead in life, it's really important to accept things exactly the way they are, and accepting yourself also the way you are, because only then you could actually move ahead and do significant things in life. Thank you.
So how many of you think the moment you accept yourself, your life changes from, let's say, negative to positive? All of, right? Great. Let's move ahead. So who would like to go next from the Toastmaster or guest? Yeah, please come. Then I'll come. So please welcome Toastmaster Amman. Okay. The topic for Toastmaster Amman is the more you share love and compassion, the more you receive it from unknown sources. The topic is the more you share love and compassion, more you receive it from unknown sources. Over to you.
Yeah, I want some minutes to think. I would need some minutes.
Sure.
So, good morning, everyone.
Good morning.
Yeah, so I also believe that
The more you share love and compassion, more you receive it.
yeah, I also relate to this that the more we share love and compassion in what we do and what we get, it helps us a lot. When we are compassionate and love something we do, we are more indulged in it, that we can work for it and all. For example, you're passionate about something, then you can do like more of that, and yeah, you should have compassion in what you do, and you should love what you think is there. When you do it, you will achieve it in from unknown sources. When you, for example, if you give service to someone in a society, you will also get it back in a very rewardful, and so that will be like one of the way how you can cross roads when you can turn with your love and compassion. So I believe love and compassion would always reward us with more than what we do. So we must do whatever we do in that form. Thank you.
So let's give a huge round of applause to Toastmaster. Okay. So we have short of time. Who is the last member who would like to go? Anyone? I will close the eyes and I will just speak. Please come here. Yeah. Your name? Karthik. Karthik. You okay? Please welcome Toastmaster Karthik. Okay, the topic for Toastmaster Karthik is love is not a relationship but a state of mind. The topic is love is not a relationship but a state of mind. Okay.
Thank you. So good afternoon. So the topic given to me is love not a relationship, it's a state of mind. So what my take on is through love we achieve good things. It tells us or it teaches us a lot of things, and that gives a state of mind for us to achieve better things in life. Because while we are receiving love and it's showering a state of mind for us to get better. So understanding is that we always want to receive love through our loved one, through our friends, through unknown sources. But if we don't receive love, what should we do? So I believe that love should be unconditional. If you are bringing any conditional or conditionality to it, it will give a state of mind that you are under the delusion. So I believe to receive love, we should reciprocate love without any unconditional thing. And that's all mine. Thank you.
So I think we can go one more. So I would like to go the last but not least. Please welcome. Your name? Yes, name? No. Remember? Okay. Please welcome Toastmaster Hemant and Hari. Sorry, Hari. Toastmaster Hari. Okay. For Hari, the Toastmaster Hari, the topic is the most exciting moment or turning point of your life. The most exciting moment become a turning point of your life.
For me, the most exciting point of my life was joining Toastmasters actually. I mean, there are more things that happened. But for me, normally I'm an introverted person. I don't like to be an outgoing person. I'm just with myself, with my friends. With my friends, I'm normally talkative. But when you see like 20 people who you don't know, you start thinking, what are they going to think about you? What is this person thinking? What is that person thinking? So like you start feeling scared of people's opinions on you, which really don't matter. Because in life, at the end of the day, it's about what you did, how you did it, not based on what other people's opinions are on you. So I feel that once I joined Toastmasters, I'm already sweating. So once I joined Toastmasters, like I'm still starting to break this roadblock. I was always having this roadblock in my mind that if people start making opinions on you, I was always caring about people's opinion. So once I joined Toastmasters, I am starting to break this condition in my mind that I think about people's opinions. So I feel that if I do good work on Toastmasters, I'll be able to break this roadblock. Thank you.
So let's give a huge round of applause for all the speakers and the audience as well. with that, Charevati. Anyone knows the meaning of this? Charevati. Anyone heard before? Yes. Yeah. Keep walking, keep practicing for benefit of one and everyone. Over to Toastmaster of the day.
Thank you, Toastmaster Nitish, for keeping with the theme and also making the session, the table topic session, so much more engaging. Now moving on, let's move to the next section, which is evaluation. May I request our General Evaluator, DTM Nibi, to present her report alongside the speech evaluators and tag team. Also request her to further conduct moments of truth after that. Thank you.
Good afternoon, everybody. I invite our evaluator for the speaker first to deliver the evaluation.
Think twice, but not more. Let's give a good round of applause to Toastmaster. Good afternoon, everyone. Good afternoon. Good afternoon. Good afternoon. So let me present my evaluation in 3 parts. I'll talk about things that Toastmaster Kevin Joy excelled at. I'll talk about some of the areas which I thought could have been a bit better, and then we'll summarize it. Things that Toastmaster Kevin excelled at. I think one of the main message for this topic was present an engaging, humorous keynote style speech that delivers a strong core message, which is not easy. To deliver a strong core message with humor, right? For example, Kapil Sharma does lots of comedy, but no core message. So that was not an easy task, and somewhere the core message of removing mental blocks was all through the speech. Later on, some speakers also talked about mental blocks.